Hey guys, it's Fonzie here with DipYourCar.com. You know, one of the videos that we've been getting a ton of requests for lately is how to clean the 3500 or the spray gun that comes with the Pro Car kits after you're done using it. Obviously, you want to extend the life of the gun and make sure that it's prepared, because a lot of the people that get the Pro Car kits or the gun, they're going to use it more than one time. And if you leave it dirty, there's going to be dip that can dry within the mechanism of the gun, and it's going to really hinder the performance next time you use it. So I'm going to take you through the process of what we do here at Dip Your Car when we're done using the gun. I've got my Dip Your Car Fix-It kit right here, which is the blend of thinners that we use internally. It's going to play a big role in how we clean the gun. The first thing I'm going to do is make sure that the paint cup is dry. If there's any dip left in there, if you just used it, just pour a little thinner in there and just swish it around, dump it out, and that'll clean it out for you. So you get a nice dry paint cup. The first thing you want to take out is this straw right here at the bottom. Dump that right into the paint cup. And then the front disassembles very easily. Just unscrew the front, and this cap will come off. Drop that right into the cup. Then the next piece that's going to come off is this little piece right here, this darker gray piece. And then if you take this little slider and you line it up with this line, you'll be able to remove this internal piece here, drop that in as well. And then you're going to see this metal fitting that goes into the front of the gun that covers the needle. Remove that and drop that in there as well. Now the front of the gun, you're going to see the needle there, so one of the things you want to do while it's exposed is just make sure it's clean. And then what we're going to do is take it on to the next step. Alright, we're on to step 2, and what we're going to do, make sure, like always, if you're working with thinner or dip, you're in a well-ventilated area. We're going to take the blend of thinners, and we're just going to pour in just about to the 750 milliliter mark, right there. And that's just about halfway. That's all you're really going to need, because there's going to be two uses for this thinner that's going to go into the cup. The first is filling it up about halfway is going to submerge everything in thinner. So as long as you have it in there, you're going to have some thinner left in your Fix-It kit. If everything's submerged in the thinner, you're going to let it sit there. We're going to give it about 10-15 minutes. So I'm just going to put that aside, and we're going to let that kind of marinate for a while. The next thing we're going to do is, this is critical. If you ever have your 3500 and you've used it a bunch of times and it stops working, so say you set it up, you put paint in it, you got air coming through the front, and you're pulling the trigger and nothing's coming out, there's really one reason why that's going to happen. And that's, if you look at, you've got two holes in the bottom of the 3500. The first hole here towards the handle is where the paint straw goes into. The second hole is kind of like an air escape that allows the paint to go up through the cup. And a lot of times what will happen is that will get clogged. So you always want to check that. And what I use is just kind of like an ice pick. You can use anything, a coat hanger, whatever it is, something thin. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your tool and you're going to go up through this, and as soon as you feel that hole, just push through it and twist a bunch. Now what you're going to be able to do is, I don't know if you can see it through the video, but if you look in through this opening here, you're going to be able to see where that hole is. And if you take your instrument and you get it up through that hole, you're going to be able to see it poke through on the other side. And you'll be able to see that when you do it. It's right there. And if you can see it poke up and through and you know it's clear, then that's good. That's really, really important to check that. Like I said, if you ever have any problems spraying dip, that's going to be your problem. So what we're going to do is let this stuff soak for about 10-15 minutes. We're going to come back, carefully reassemble the gun, and then we'll take it to the next step. Alright guys, we've given it about 15 minutes to soak. Any of the gunked up dip or anything like that is pretty much liquefied and gone right now. The Fix-It kit comes with your blue gloves, so you're definitely going to want to utilize that if you're fishing out any of the pieces out of the thinner, or you can use pliers or something like that. So what you're going to do is take out one piece at a time, just bang it dry there. And especially the straw here, make sure there's no thinner left inside of it. And any of the pieces that have any dip on them left, or any of that liquefied dip, just take like a microfiber towel or a paper towel or whatever and just wipe it off. It'll come immediately right off. And you'll see if there was any gunked up stuff in any of those small holes or anything, it's completely gone now. So what we've done is we've opened up and cleared up the track for the dip to be sprayed very cleanly and evenly. Now there's only really two more steps left. The first is to reassemble the gun. So we're going to put the straw back in, And then the first piece that goes back in, if you remember, is that metal little tip that goes up front. Just slide that right back in. And then you've got your plastic piece. When you put it in, you want to make sure that it aligns properly. It'll slide right in there, and then it'll freely go up and down for your vertical and horizontal fan. Next is this dark gray piece. You're going to put it in. It's pretty self-explanatory. There's only one slot for it to go. And just hold it right there, and then your cap goes on top of that. Screw it right back in. Now the last step is all that thinner that we used there, we're going to put that to good use now, because the last step is we're going to close up the paint cup. We're going to hook it up to the air compressor or to the blower that comes with the gun, and we're going to shoot this thinner all the way through. Alright, the last piece to the puzzle is you're going to shoot that thinner through the gun just to make sure you clean out all the internal mechanisms. Now, obviously, do this in a well-ventilated area, whether it be outside or somewhere where it's comfortable, where you can, shoot a whole bunch of thinner. We actually shoot it into an enclosed bucket here with a cutout on the top. We've got the exhaust fans and everything going, and obviously I'm going to wear my respirator as well. But just wanted to show you the last piece. So we're going to turn the 3500 on. Now, as you saw, as I was shooting it through, I just kind of moved that tab up and down to make sure I was opening up the horizontal fan as well as the vertical fan to make sure it was nice and clear. You're going to see your spray pattern. It should be a nice, big, wide, open mist. And once that's ready to go, take off the paint cup, dump out any of the extra thinner, and you're ready to load it up and shoot again. Fonzie from DipYourCar. Hope this helped you guys out as far as learning how to clean and prepare the 3500 for your next usage. You can find us on Facebook, DipYourCar, YouTube. You know where we are. So enjoy this video. See you on the next one.